lesson number 5, present solutions. And we've been through asking questions. Then we went through listening. Then we went through seeing. And then we went through thinking differently, which increases our capabilities, that then gives us leverage to present solutions. And so I have been so excited for this one because it's really like the accumulation of everything. If we've done the previous 4 lessons well, if we've internalized those 4 lessons, well, then solutions is just going to happen. We'll just ask people, so do you have any questions for me? And they'll say, yeah, what's my next step? Like it's a beautiful thing when we do the first 4 steps properly, because it reveals our intentions and it reveals our capability. So people will say, wow, this person, you, really care about me. You may be selling a product or service. You may be selling yourself. You may be selling a belief system, a value system. You may be doing something. And when we do leverage properly, people say, wow, you really care about me, and you have the capability to help me in being able to go through, all of this. So if you think you've mastered lesson 1, questions, trust me, just saying you haven't. How do I know that? I've been studying questions for decades, and I still don't believe I've mastered it. Listening. I have learned so much about listening by going through this. It's amazing. And then it's like awakened me in seeing, and then that gives me the ability to think differently, which then when I question, listen, see, and think, like solutions, it's called, if you're in business, there's product and service sales. I give you, a product or service. You give me money. It's an exchange of money for services, and we're both happy. Not the highest form of selling. And then there's maybe a relationship selling, where we develop relationships. And so you don't really buy the product or service I'm selling based on, the product's value. You just know, like, and trust me, so you're going to do business with me. So that's relationship selling. Then there's consultative selling. And consultative selling is when you're asking questions like a consultant, and you're seeking to find an answer, and you find that answer, and then people are like, wow, that's really cool. But there's a higher form of selling, and that's leverage, but it's called insight selling. And that's when somebody has an epiphany. Like, you don't come to a conclusion together. People are like, oh my gracious, Mark. Oh my gracious, Tom. Like, that was amazing. Like, I never thought of that before. Like, your product, your solution, your value system, your relationship, your partnership, whatever it is that you're looking for, it's like an epiphany, and people's minds are blown based on what you're presenting. It didn't come in the solution. It came in the first 4 questions: listen, see, and think. Tom, thoughts or questions or insights on presenting solutions and how this all connects back into leverage?
No, I think it's pretty straightforward, and you're absolutely right. Anybody who's gone through, they may not have known or seen this model before, but anybody who's worked with teams or worked with a company and have led people, if you really think back on it, the most successful times you've had is when you're asking questions, you're listening to what's going on, you see where it really is, and then you think through the process, and all of a sudden the solution is just there.
Yeah, and it's neat. if you're going through the course and, you're like, I'm not really getting what I want out of the course, I'm so excited for you because I know how to fix that. The reason it's not working is because you're not utilizing the ART, the atomic ripple reaction tree. Your ART mentor is not helping you to gain clarity on what you want to accomplish, and or you're not paying it forward to two people, your two ART buddies. So one of those in my ART tree and team is Ski, and Ski and I were talking yesterday, and Ski asked me, he says, can I ask you a question? And I said, sure, absolutely. And Ski's an amazing international speaker and author. Like, this guy has so much insight into things. And he says, Mark, do you think before the course, do you think you're really good at leverage? And I paused and I said, Ski, I don't think I thought I was good at it. And he's like, really? I would have thought that you were great at leverage. And my international speaking coach, Linda Breakall, she said to me on the first book that I wrote of the 16 books and over 80 white papers, she said, Mark, you don't write a book to bestow your knowledge on other people. You write a book to gain deep wisdom and insight into that particular topic. So when I started with leverage, I wasn't looking to bestow my wisdom and knowledge and experience on other people. I was looking to gain deep insight into leverage, and I have. There are 5 couples that I know of that their marriages are in deep trouble. And I'm using everything that I've learned in leverage. I am applying leverage to double my income and reduce the number of hours I'm working. I'm using leverage to help all of our clients do that same thing. Like, I have been blessed so much by leverage, by this course, it's amazing. So we're going to go into the deeper thing here. We're going to take a short 5-second pause. But for mutual benefit, it's all about the mutual benefit. If we do not ask the right questions and if we do not listen and see and think, we will not gain the leverage which gives us the capability to position us to present a solution. Now, that's amazingly simple, but so complex at the same time. So here we go. We're going to take a short pause, and then we're going to go into the more detailed. Here we go.